Hello students, I am your maths teacher. In this video, we are going to see about the concept of set, that is empty set, singleton set, pair set, equivalent set, and so on. Students, go through the link, understand the concept, and then do the sum. Students, in this class, we are going to continue with exercise 1A, 7 to 13 sums. We are going to do now, students. Before starting with the 7th sum, I am going to teach you some definitions based on sets. So the first one we are going to see today is empty set or null set. So what is the meaning of empty? Empty means nothing inside. The set which has no elements is called empty set or null set. If you are not going to have any elements means, then we say that that particular set is an empty set or null set. It is denoted by 5, or sometimes they will be opening the bracket like this and they will be closing, students, and inside you will not have anything. Singleton set. The next definition. The meaning of singleton. Single means one. A set which contains one element is called singleton set. Example, you are going to take a set here. The value inside that set is 3. If I count the number of elements inside that set means you will be having it as 1, because I am having only one value, one element inside. Coming to pair set. The meaning of pair is 2. A set which contains 2 elements is called a pair set. That is, if you are, for example, if I am going to take a set A, 5, 7 means I am going to count the number of elements. N of A is nothing but 2. If n of that particular set is 0 means empty set, n of A equal to 1 means singleton set, n of A equal to 2 means pair set. Coming to the 7th question, based on these 3 conditions, we are going to see the 7th question, students. So what is the thing they are asking here, telling here is identify empty, singleton and pair set. They are given you 4 set of questions. We are going to find whether it is going to be empty, singleton or pair set. The first question here is A equal to set 0. If even 0 is also an element, if I count the number of element inside that particular set, you will be having it as 1. N of A equal to 1. The number of elements in set A equal to 1. I am counting the value inside that set 0. I am having only one element. That counting is known as N of A equal to 1. Therefore, set A is a singleton set. Coming to the question B, if I see the question B, they are given you in the form of equation. So, if you see the equation, x square minus 9 equal to 0, where x belongs to integer, z means integer. Integer, you will be having positive, negative and 0 value, students. I am going to take this particular question. I am going to write it in the rough work. X square minus 9 equal to 0. Simplify the term. You will be getting like this. X is equal to plus or minus 3. This particular square, if I move from left to right, means 1 by 2. Square root. X is equal to plus or minus root 9. X is equal to plus or minus 3. So, plus or minus 3, you are going to split and write the numbers. B equal to open the set bracket plus 3 comma minus 3. So what I have done here is I am simplifying that particular equation. What is the answer I am going to get? I am going to write inside the set, students. So if I count the number of elements inside the set means I will be having 2. So B, the set B is called a pair set. So this is the concept of the sum. Coming to the question number C. Question number, third question, in that x square equal to 25, x belongs to natural number means you are going to take only the positive value. So I have simplified in the side, students. You are going to see the number. So C equal to set 5. Inside the set I am having the value 5. N of C equal to 1. Number of elements in the set C is 1. Therefore C is a singleton set. Coming to question number 4. 7, 4. If I simplify this one, I will get the answer as x is equal to 4 by 5, students. But x belongs to whole number. Since it belongs to whole number, the whole number value should be 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Only positive values. So this particular number fraction will not be accepted inside this set. So D equal to empty set. I will be just opening and closing the bracket. You will not have any values inside. So n of D equal to 0. Therefore D is an empty set or null set. Coming next, we are going to move on to question number 8. Question number 8. Question number 8, they are given you these two sets, students. From this particular set, I am going to take, that is, what is the thing they are telling here is X such that X is a letter of the word minister. Similarly, Y, X is the letter of the word sinster. So what I am going to do is, I am going to take the letters without repeating. I am going to write the letters. So minister, from that I am going to write only the letters which are not, even if it is repeated, I have to write it only once. So M-I-N-S-T-E-R. In that, I is repeated 2 times, but I will be writing only 1 time. Similarly, for Y also I am going to write like this, students. While I am writing in the form of letters, I should write all the letters without repeating the letters. So I should write everything. Here if you see, I is repeated, but I am writing I only 1 time. Similarly, here also I is repeated 2 times. I and S is repeated 2 times. I will be writing only 1 time. So what is the question they are asking you means, they are given you 2 conditions. X, they are asking you to check whether X equal to Y. The meaning of X equal to Y means, I am going to check whether it is going to be equal sets. Equal set means exactly the same elements inside X and inside Y. We are not going to have exactly same elements. The reason is, M is in X, in the set X, I am having the element M. But in Y, I am not having the element M. So X equal to Y is not true here. So since it is false. Coming to the next second question. This particular arrow mark, double side arrow mark, the meaning is equivalent set. Equivalent set X equivalent Y if n of X equal to n of Y. Number of elements in X is equal to number of elements in Y. You are going to check and see, students. If I check here, n of X is equal to 7 and n of Y equal to 6. Both are not same, not equal. So the given second condition is also false, that X equivalent to Y is false. Coming to the 9th question, same model, they are asking in true or false format. We are going to check and see now. Question number 9. They are given you 3 sets, P, Q and R. For P and R, we are not having problem here, students. But if you see for Q, they are given you X square equal to 4 and X belongs to integer. So, just I am going to simplify. X square equal to 4, X plus or minus root 4, which is nothing but X plus or minus 2. In place of Q, since it is an integer, you are going to write positive and negative value, that is plus 2 and minus 2. P, Q, R, you are going to count the number of elements. N of P equal to 2, N of Q equal to 2 and N of R equal to 3. So totally they are given you 6 questions here. The first one is, they are asking you to check whether P equivalent Q. I am checking here, students. While I am checking here, the number of elements in P, N of P equal to N of Q, both are 2. So it is true. The condition is true. The remaining P equal to Q means the set P equal to Q means both the sets are different, false. Q, coming to the third question, Q equivalent R. When I am counting the number of elements, it is differing. So this condition is also false. Fourth question, P equivalent R, N of P equal to 2 and N of R equal to 3. The number of element is different here, students. Again, this condition is also false. Similarly, 5 and 6, check the sets. Q is not equal to R and P not equal to R. So both the conditions are false here, students. Though this is the thing they are asking here in the 9th question. Question number 10. Question number 10 also they are asking you in the form of true or false question, students. Here they are given you 3 sets, A, B and C. A, B no problem. They are given you as elements itself. But in C, we have to find the element. So what is the condition given here? X such that x less than 5, x belongs to n means natural number starts from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Less than 5. Less than 5 means before 5 you are going to stop. Less than or equal to 5 means we are going to add 5. So if I am going to count the number of elements in A, B, C, for all the 3 elements you are having it as 4. What is the first question given here is A equivalent B. So n of A, n of B, both the number of elements is same. So the first condition is true here, students. Coming to the second one, A equal to B. A equal to B. The number of elements inside A and B are totally different. So the second condition is false. Coming to the third one, A and C. A 1, 2, 3, 4 and C is also 1, 2, 3, 4. So A equal to C is true because we are having exactly the same elements present in A as well as B equivalent C. Here n of B and equal to n of C, that is the number of elements in B and C is equal to 4. So both the elements are same. Number of elements present in B and C is same. So B equivalent C is true. The last one, B equal to C. If you see the set B and C, B inside the set you are having the elements A, B, C, D, and inside the set C you are having the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. So the elements are not same. So the condition, fifth condition is also false. Coming to the 11th question. 11th question, students. 11th question, they are given you 3 sets. You have to be careful in the 11th question. First one, we are not having any problem. Second question, if you see, they are given you in the form of equation. X is equal to 2n minus 1. N belongs to capital N means what I am going to do here, I am going to give the values for n. N equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. I am going to substitute the values here, students, while I am calculating. I will be getting a set of values. You are going to see the rough work what I have done. B equal to 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. It goes on. From where I am getting these values is I am just solving the values that I am going to give the values for n. And when I am giving the values for n in that particular equation, I will be getting the answers for x. Those answers are 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. Coming to the set C, C also they are given you an equation like this. X is equal to 4n minus 1. In place of n, you are going to give the values here, students. Only few values is enough. 1 to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3 is enough. When I am giving that particular values, I will be getting the answer as 3, 7, 11. Those calculation I have done in rough work. What they are asking you to prove here is two conditions, A equal to B and second one is C not equal to B. So what is the meaning of to prove? To prove means definitely what is the thing they are given here, what is the condition they are given here is going to be the exact same, but we have to prove this is correct. This is the correct form of writing we are going to show here. The first one is I am going to take the set A and B. While I am checking A and B, both the elements are exactly the same. Exactly the same. They are identical to each other. That is, since every element of A is the element of B. Both are exactly the same, but the set notation is different. A and B, but the elements are same. That is a statement given here, students. Since every element of A is the element of B, A and B are said to be equal sets. So there is a difference between equal sets and equivalent sets. Equivalent means I will be counting the number of elements. Equal set means I will be seeing the elements inside the set. So that is the difference. A equal to B is true. Coming to the second one, if I take the set B and C, if I see the number of the elements differ in both the cases. Here if you compare B and C means 1 is missing in C. Similarly 5 is missing here. They are not exactly the same. So C not equal to B, or sometimes you can write it as B not equal to C. Next we are going to move on to 12th question. Question number 12. Question number 12, if you see here, they are given you only one set, students. That is A equal set X such that 3X plus 1 less than 15. What is the meaning of 3x plus 1 less than 15 means? While I am giving the value for x, I will be giving the values for x. Once if I am going to get the answer 15 means, I will be stopping the value here. Less than 15. My answer should not cross more than 15. Starting from 15 and more than values will not be accepted. Less than 15, only those answers will be accepted. So that is the concept of the given equation here. So in this particular sum, they are given you these three notations, that is n, w and z. N means natural number, w whole number and z is integer. The natural number starts from 1, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 etc. Whole number starts from 0. Integer means negative value, 0 and positive value. So this is the concept. So what I am going to do here is, in these places I am going to give these are the values of x. Understand properly students. In place of n, w, z, those are the values for x I am going to give. I am going to calculate in such a way. Take the equation, just see the rough work. 3x plus 1. When x is equal to 1, I am getting the answer as 4. When x is equal to 2, I am getting the answer as 7. X is equal to 3, 10. X is equal to 4, 13. And x is equal to 5, I am getting the value as 16. So it is crossing 15. So while I am giving the values for x, 1, 2, 3, 4, I am getting the answer less than 15. When I am coming to 5, I am crossing more than 15. So those values only I am going to take for a. A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. And coming to the second question, w whole number, I am going to check only for 0 here students. When I am checking, I am getting the value as 1, which is less than 15. So the value here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming to the integers, the speciality of integer is, whenever I am going to give the negative values, I will be getting only the negative answer. The negative answers are always going to be less than 15. So all the negative values are accepted in this particular range, that is a etc. minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. I will be stopping till plus 4. So this is the concept of the sum. And same model only we are going to see for the 13th question, and this is going to be the last question in your exercise. A is equal to x such that x square less than 4. X square less than 4. Less than 4 means I should not touch 4 or more than 4. My answer must stop till 3. So n, w, z. When x is equal to 1, 1 square, the value is 1, less than 4. When x is equal to 2 means 2 square 4. I am getting the value exactly 4, which is not less than 4. So less than or equal to 4 means I will be accepting 4 here students, or I cannot accept. When I am giving the value for 0, 0 square is 0, less than 4. Similarly, minus 1 is also accepted. Minus 2 also I am getting the answer as 4. So this is a way of finding the value. Just go through the rough work, you will have an idea. In natural number, the only element accepted here is 1. I am not going to write the answer students. I am going to give the value for x. That particular value I am going to fix in A. So in this natural number, only 1 is accepted. Whole number 0 and 1 is accepted. And for integer, minus 1, 0 and 1 is accepted. Remaining numbers I will not accept here students. So in this class we have completed till 13th sum. First exercise is completely over students. Understand the property properly and then do the sum. Take down in your classwork note. Thank you.